When investing in a foreign-owned company in China, there are many critical choices to make. Some are related to location, others are related to the legal and financial structure of the company, the business scope, and so on. The choices you make up front will influence greatly on official permissions and restrictions, operation costs, taxes, ability to repatriate profits, and many other things when your enterprise goes into operation. Once these choices have been made and the company established, the die has been cast, as the saying goes, and changes are very difficult and costly to make. As an experiment of thought, let us for a moment imagine that there are 13 different major decisions to be made in relation to location, legal and financial structure of a foreign company in China. This is the same number of decisions as in a traditional 1x2 football Toto coupon. Let us say that for each of the 13 decisions, there are 3 different relevant options to choose among. Applying simple mathematics to this, then we face 1,594,323 combinations to choose among. That can be overwhelming. Without a thorough understanding of the options and their underlying legal and business environment, it may be difficult to make optimal choices. Since 1994, Asia Base has helped over 200 foreign companies forming and establishing companies in China. This covers identification and analysis of relevant options related to formation and incorporation necessary to consider before establishing or restructuring a company in China. Here are a few examples of common decision questions that would be covered in an options study. What kind of entity would work best for me? Would it be a trading company, a service company, a manufacturing company? What kind of ownership is most optimal given my business case? Is it a separate legal entity, a subsidiary company, or a branch? In what kind of investment zone should I locate the business? Should I locate it in a free trade zone, in a bonded logistics park, in an export processing zone? How do I get access to a proper facility? Should I acquire land and build a facility myself? Should I lease or buy a ready building? Or should I lease a tailored building on build-to-lease terms? What kind of ownership should I look for? Should I invest directly from my home country? Should I set up an offshore holding company, for example in Hong Kong? Or should I set up a holding company in China? What are my options in relation to taking home profits? Should I do it in the form of royalties? Or should the mother company charge service fees? Or is it better to take home profits in the form of dividend? These are just a few examples of questions to be asked and answered before committing larger resources and investing in China. At the project idea and development phases, there are many more questions, all of which require local knowledge and understanding. An Asia-based options study begins with a meeting between you and us. Here, we discuss your plans and ideas and map out your desired business process, your flow of goods and services and payments, and your desired revenue mechanisms. We then conduct thorough analysis of the legal investment environment in China with your particular business and plans in mind. We identify important questions and the options you have in relation to each of these. In our conclusion, we take all relevant questions and options into consideration and boil it down to a limited number of overall options for you to consider. Asia-based options studies are great decision tools with regards to securing the new enterprise the optimal positioning in terms of business scope and tax. Please contact Asia Base to learn more about our investment options studies.